Now that you've looked at working with your image, it's text to look at signage. Let's go down to the signage, and we're going to use the Creative Commons to look for signs. Here is a great example down below from an ad for the World Wide Fund. Notice that we have a polar bear who's just chilling out behind an old building. But we notice that there is no ice around. And they use great signage. They've actually used more than one sign. And they say, you can help stop global warming. Notice how much interesting this ad looks, that they've added this signing coming out of a building. We're going to do the exact same idea for our project. Let's go down to the signage, and we're going to use the Creative Commons to look for signs. Signage is the idea of taking a sign and adding text that supports your story. For this image here, I'm going to go ahead and click on these signs here. Now, in order for me to use it, remember that we are in Flickr, so we have to go over to our download options and go down to download all sizes. Look for the largest size and click on it, and then go ahead and bring it into your Photoshop. Once you have it in Photoshop, I'm going to copy just the one sign that I like here. I'm going to go File, New. I'm going to paste it in. Now, the idea here is to remove objects that you first don't need. So I need to paint this yellow and keep some of this rust here. So the easiest way for me to do that is to make a new layer. Come to my brush, go to eyedropper, which is eye, go to brush, and let's just make it bigger. Now that I have my brush size, I'm just going to paint out the type. Now that I have my brush size, I'm just going to paint out the type. Now here I've used a brush. Here I've used a brush, as we can look up here, which has a hardness of 0. So it has a very fuzzy end. So it will look like I kept my edges nice and soft. Next I'm going to put some text on here. Say my project was about saving the environment by not taking so many plane trips. So I might say, make sure all of your text are separate text boxes. No. That way, we can take each of our text boxes and be really creative with our type here. Did you? And I'm going to go to no. And the last one is I'm going to put some exclamation point here. Did you know? Now I've used some signage.